This video falls under fair use. Fair use allows commentary, criticism, and reactions. What's up? Back with another one. So today, I'm going to show you this clip of Jim Jones breaking down why he never signed to Jay and them.
I was outside. I call it life outside the velvet rope. Yeah, like I was outside, so I had to mix with a lot of different people from to the industries to everything because we had a movement that we was building and trying to keep Cam a star and still make the movement be known so it could push that level. You know what I mean? Like it was a lot of different variables to the whole. It became difficult a lot of times and like that, but most all my end all position was just to do whatever it took to make us
to win.
So we all get the bag and nobody would have to depend on nobody if this all crumbles. And I think we did that.
That's a fact.
You heard?
Nah, y'all definitely did that, man. Like, what was your feeling like when y'all first got signed to the Roc? Like what was your
Well, I never was signed to the Roc. So that was the whole thing too. Like let's
wait a minute. The whole Dipset movement, because then y'all dropped the compilation.
I started independent records, the first artist in New York City to do an independent deal. Remember, I tried to sign and told Dame to give me $1 million. He laughed at me. I said, cool. I was like, yo, I direct, engineer. I was telling him all this type. He was like, yo, you ain't worth $1 million. I was like, cool.
I ain't know that.
But we had did the label deal up there. Jewels was the first artist that was signed under the label deal that we did with Diplomat and Roc-A-Fella and shit like that. Jim Jones never had a deal up at Roc-A-Fella. I got a bag and shit like that from when his camp signed the deal and shit like that. But he gave me like $75,000. It was cool.
Damn, that's crazy. I thought y'all had the whole label deal and all of y'all was signed. Because even when the compilation came out.
I pretty much did my deal on my own. Remember, Cam is my partner. I wasn't signed to Cam. Cam is my partner. I was one of the CEOs at Diplomat. I went and did my deal at Koch.
Yeah.
Telling Cam, like, yo, don't matter where we go, as long as people know it's a Diplomat bird and it's a Diplomat artist, they gonna go buy the records. No matter if it's Dip Jam, Koch, whatever. We went to Koch and did an independent record deal. Like that, and that was like for one of the big stories behind my success was like as I took a gamble on selling to an independent label.
I don't think nobody really know that, bro. I don't think nobody know that story. I'm pretty sure people think just like me that you was signed to the Roc.
That's crazy that you didn't know that. Nah, I definitely wasn't signed to the Roc as a businessman, and I wasn't even signed as a businessman. It was just I don't even want to get into it. All right, but that was my partner. I was told that I was CEO, but my name wasn't on nobody's paper. But during that time, I was a CEO with the Diplomats, and he had all the business going through Roc-A-Fella. But that was my man, like I said, and I would do anything that he asked me to do because you my man. So I'm praying that you would take care of me the same way I'm taking care of you.
That's right.
Long story short, whatever, and shit like that. But yeah, during that time, the deal was with Roc-A-Fella for the label. Jewels was the first artist under that. All our other deals and all that was bringing to Koch. After I had the success of Koch, Cam started bringing more Diplomat artists and shit
over
like
there,
that, doing that type of shit.
Because you definitely was the first artist on Koch, right?
Well, I was the most successful artist on Koch, but from Diplomat,
that makes you the first.
Koch has been an independent label for years. Like, they did a lot of records, even going back to dealing with Fat Joe and all this stuff. So they was already moving and shit like that, but not at the capacity of a Def Jam. That's why they was called an independent label at the time. So I was able to catapult the Diplomat success with the deal that I was doing with Koch, and it just rolled over into Jim Jones, Diplomat. It didn't matter. They didn't care about Koch. Let's go get the album.
What Jim said here is the definition of betting on yourself. Most artists were chasing major deals, but he saw a bigger vision with Diplomat and moved like a boss.
And I was lucky enough to catch that wave like that.
And man, like Harlem, y'all motherfuckers, man. It's a lot of great people came out of Harlem.
Yeah.
Like, and you know what's so weird, that being from Brooklyn, we consider this shit all one. The Bronx, Yonkers, all that all one, because all you got is hang in the same places. You know what I'm saying? So to us, I feel like we don't know the difference. So I put it all into the one pot. But y'all made your mark as a group. But then you made your mark as a solo artist, as a boss on your own outside the group. How you feel about that?
I mean, I feel good that I was able to use my success and hard work that I had with the Diplomats and turn that into Jim Jones's solo career success and everything that came with all my business affairs and ancillary business that I was able to create from diplomats and things like that. It felt good, you know what I mean? And nothing was promised. It was all God being next to me and things like that. But the hard work that I put in, being consistent, always showing up, being relentless, not taking no for nothing, trying, losing, winning big, losing a million times, win big again. Like, I did it all. Like, I just refused to stop, you know what I mean? And that was one of the things that served me the best, was my relentlessness in this game.
Jim Jones' story is a powerful example of what it means to build something from the ground up without waiting on validation from the mainstream industry. In this clip, he makes it very clear that while people often assumed he was signed to Roc-A-Fella, that was never the case. Instead, Jim operated outside the traditional system, relying on his own hustle, vision, and belief in the Diplomat brand. He explains how he was outside, meaning fully immersed in both the culture and the grind, mixing with people from all walks of life while trying to keep the movement alive. He wasn't just looking to shine as an individual. He wanted everyone around him to win. When he approached Dame Dash for a deal and was turned down, it didn't stop him. Instead of folding, Jim doubled down and went independent, taking his talent and business sense to Coke Records. At a time when major label deals were seen as the only real path to success, Jim made a bold move that paid off in a major way. He believed in the Diplomat logo so much that he felt it didn't matter what label they were on as long as the fans saw that bird, they would support. That mindset turned out to be true, and his gamble led to one of the most successful independent runs for a New York artist at the time. He also opens up about the behind-the-scenes reality that, although he was considered a CEO, his name wasn't officially on the paperwork. Still, he handled business, helped make major moves, and operated on faith and loyalty. Subscribe and drop a comment, and I'll see you in the next video.